Hey guys, this is Woodworkers, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to make some great looking planter boxes with easy to follow assembly techniques that don't require a crazy amount of tools, and you can slap it together in no time at all. Right guys, so as I mentioned in the video I posted just over a week ago, this is a bit of a bonus video just to say sorry that I haven't been posting as frequently as I should or as I would like to, but these days I'm recording multiple videos at the same time, so you can expect more frequent content. Videos you can expect in the very near future include an update on the stump coffee table video that I posted just over a week ago. I got a lot of feedback from you guys, I really appreciate it, and I've made my decision, so I will post an update on the final orientation of the coffee table very soon. Then I will also post a video on the compressor restoration that I was working on that didn't exactly go as planned. I'm also going to be taking a look at a very interesting joining method or joining jig that I've recently been made aware of. In addition to this, I'm working on a pixel art nightlight for my son's room and a space-saving spice rack. So if you want to see those videos and you aren't subscribed yet, you should do that now. So back to today's video, the easy build planter boxes. Now normally I'm not a big fan of pallet crating or rough cut lumber, but for this project it might be a better option, seeing as they are going to be used outside and exposed to the elements. That being said, swapping it out for a pod exotic species will produce fantastic results also. Now the planters I'm building consist out of only a handful of different components, but multiple copies of each. Therefore I set up my cutting and drilling to produce fast repeats without the need for measuring and marking. A simple cut stop on my miter saw and a slap together drill jig goes a long way in speeding up the assembly process, and if the miter saw is swapped out for a handheld, a simple jig can be assembled to produce similar results. Then the boxes are assembled using screws, but for additional strength I will be adding glue also. The first planter I am assembling will consist out of a base and an upper frame. The area in between will be filled with vertical slats. The gaps in the base are for drainage. All the planters will be lined with plastic, but the plastic will be pierced to allow the water to siphon through. The base and the upper frame has the same circumference, and by resizing these components the footprint of the planter can be adapted. Then, as I mentioned, to add depth I'm adding vertical slats. Because I'm using rough cut lumber, I'm placing small gaps between the planks. This makes height deviations less noticeable. The gaps can also assist with drainage and produce a different overall look. I then quickly ran over it with a sander, but only slightly so I could retain the rough cut patterns. Now guys, if you are looking for the exact dimensions of all the planters I'm building today, I will be adding a link to the description of this video to my plans website where all the plans are live. To finish off these projects and to protect the wood from the wet soil, I line the inside of each planter box with plastic. And the result is an easy and inexpensive planter that looks great. Right, so from here I'm going to pick up the pace a bit because the component sizing and drilling is pretty much the same for all the planters. The next planter is going to be very similar to the first one with one key difference and two distinct advantages. It will still consist out of a base wrapped in vertical slats, but this time I am assembling the sides as individual panels. With 4 panels prepped, I can simply screw them together to create the planter enclosure. The advantage of this technique is firstly there is much less visible screws, and secondly the base can be installed at any height to save on soil and water. For the next planter, I'm swapping out vertical lines for horizontal ones, and to achieve this I first need to assemble 2 U-shaped support frames that I will be attaching all the other components to. Now guys, keep in mind that all these designs are very easy to scale or adapt in terms of the overall dimensions so that it would better suit whatever area it might be used in. The plans I'm sharing on my website are for the exact dimensions of the ones I'm building here, but with some simple changes a completely different shape and size planter can be built. This video is more about the assembly technique than the exact dimensions. For the next one, I'm drawing inspiration from the previous projects, once again using the U-shaped support frame and assembling panels that fit together. In this case, the U bracket is on the outside instead of the inside. The final planter, and my favorite one, again makes use of panel assembly and is very similar to the second planter I built. But this time I'm going with horizontal lines and I am closing the gaps, so I'm going to have to sand down any height deviations. And once again I'm able to install the base at my preferred height. The final addition is trim pieces around the top that can be added to any one of the planters I built today, just to round off the overall look. Right guys, so that's pretty much it. Using these techniques, even a beginner can slap together beautiful planter boxes using basic power tools. In addition to being great beginner woodworking projects, these designs are also very adaptable in terms of the overall dimension, so they can be changed to suit. But as I mentioned earlier in this video, the plans for the ones I built now are available on my plans website, so if you want to get your hands on those, I will drop the link down below. Then, as I mentioned earlier in this video, I am working on multiple projects at the same time, so you can expect another video in just a couple of days. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Till next time, cheers.